What's going on, Jeromes? So, the Minnesota Vikings, no one told you life was going to be this way. So, the Vikings still have a marginal chance to make the playoffs. As a fan, I mean, I'm always rooting for the team to win as long as you got a chance, be in the dance, all that stuff. I understand that the Vikings probably would be significant underdogs if they got into the wild card round, but it is what it is. But as of right now, here is the NFL draft order. Vikings currently checking in at number 12. Also, I turned the ad blocker off because of the whole Jason Whitlock thing. I wanted to see what would pop up for me. Woo, woo. Checking out Wolves gear. So I got a Latrell Sprewell, as well as I ordered like one of the throwback Anthony Edwards. Let's go, man. It's good times. But the current NFL draft, the Bears are locked in at 1 because of the Panthers. I can't wait to see how they F this up. So they'll have the number 1 overall pick 2 years in a row. They'll get a buttload of picks in all likelihood if they trade out, as well as they have all the picks from last year. But they're still going to mess this up. I can't wait to see. Washington and New England and Arizona currently in a dead heat for the number 2 spot. And remember, head-to-head doesn't matter. In terms of draft order, it's if there's a tiebreaker, it goes to strength of schedule, and the lower strength of schedule, the higher, the more you get the tiebreaker. So 4-12, 4-12, but Washington is 4-12 against worse teams versus New England and Arizona, who are 4-12 against better teams. So it's like inverse. So Washington would get the higher seed, and that comes into play with the Vikings and the Jets. So the Vikings can move all the way up to 9. They can't move to 8 because of various tiebreakers of if the Jets win, the Vikings lose, they will be notched up at 7 and 10. But the Jets would have a lower strength of schedule since they played the Patriots in the final week and the Vikings play the Lions. So beep bop 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 poop. The Vikings can be basically anywhere from 9 to probably 14, 15. Either way, we're not a proponent of trying to groove your draft position unless it's like the final week of the season, and if you lose, you're guaranteed number 1 overall, and then there's a generational talent. But of course, we've seen generational talents bust before. It is what it is. So the Vikings will be in the 9 to early teens if they don't hit their miracle one-outer and end up making the playoffs, which, you know. So take a look at the Tankathon's mock draft. So top 10 right now. Carolina, Washington. Carolina to Chicago, Washington, New England, Arizona, the Giants, the Chargers, as well as the Tennessee Titans, the Jets, the Falcons, and the Bears. Now, Bears could go quarterback and then trade Justin Fields. They could hold on to Justin Fields and go somewhere else. But either way, whether it's teams at the top of the draft or teams trading up, I do expect multiple quarterbacks to go at the top, probably even 3, minimum 2. Washington should and could be in the market for a new QB. Same thing with New England. Arizona may stick with Kyler, or hell, they could go with a quarterback as well. Giants should go quarterback, but I don't know if they will. Chargers got Herbert. Tennessee Titans, I mean, they have Levis. The Jets are all in on Rodgers. They should try and get him some offensive line help. Falcons certainly could go quarterback if they don't go picking up Justin Fields or something like that. The Bears, I mean, what if the Bears go Marvin Harrison Jr. up at the top and then circle back, take a quarterback at 10? That'd be kind of great. Raiders need a quarterback. Vikings, so multiple things can be true at once. Re-sign Kirk Cousins, draft a quarterback high. And frankly, if the Vikings do both of those things, I'm certainly going to be okay with that. Denver could and should be in the market for a QB. Seattle as well. So this is parts of why the quarterbacks are going to go so quickly in this class, where you have guys that are up at the top of the draft board, where they're going to be potentially elite guys, franchise type guys. Plus, there's always such a demand for quarterbacks that I do think that 5, 6 quarterbacks could go into the first round. I think 7, 8, 9, 10 could go in the top 100, and then we'll go from there. For mock draft wise, so. I think this one is a little bit off because, so first off, they have, actually, what do we have? Disney World. That was Disney World, right? A breath, so every breath matters. Every breath you take. Wait, I don't have RSV. I feel like I'm being attacked. Anyways, so second round, they have McCarthy and Penix, as well as Ewers. Again, there's no absolutes, and it's kind of douchey to say it's like, oh, this guy has no chance. But I think that McCarthy and Penix Jr., especially Penix Jr., especially after draft season, will find their way into the first round. I think Penix Jr. could be top half of the first round. See, Disney. And why does it switch? Oh, Aldi? Yeah, we shop at Aldi a lot. Anyways, the internet knows me, man. But top 3. So Williams, and then you would think that they'll probably get like a day 2 pick for Justin Fields. Drake May going to Washington, and then Jaden Daniels going to the New England Patriots, which I kind of like, especially if Belichick gets fired. Harrison going to Arizona. Fashanu going to the Giants, which I don't understand. So Fashanu, blindside protector. They already got Andrew Thomas. Haven't they learned the lesson from trying to flip a left tackle to right tackle with Evan Neal? I don't know. Also, Joe Alt with the Chargers. So you're taking all these left tackles, trying to flip them to the right side because they got Russian Jenkins out there. So I don't know. I don't know. Malik Neighbors, probably to LSU. Get Will Levis a couple weapons. Brock Bowers going to the Georgia, out of Georgia going to the Jets. I kind of like that. Although I think that if Fashanu and Alt are borderline top 5, if the Jets traded up to go get him, I wouldn't be mad. Latu, if the medicals check out, it's going to be good to go. Also, it's crazy. Like Latu used to be on Washington. Crazy. Odunze, who put on a show against Texas, him going to the Bears. So you have Caleb Williams, quarterback of the future. You got additional draft capital from the Fields trade, or probable trade in this spot. Odunze, as well as DJ Moore. I mean, come on. That's pretty damn good. J.C. Latham going to the Raiders. I would take a quarterback here. Frankly, it would be weird if the Falcons passed up on quarterback as well, because I actually do think that Penix and McCarthy and Bo Nix could be worthy of this area in the teens, but the Vikings go down. All right, so I would love this. I think it's unlikely. So Dallas Turner at 12, going after edge, because who knows what happens with DJ Wanham, who's a free agent, or same thing with Danielle Hunter. But then they circle back, and then they get Penix Jr. at 43. I don't know. I mean, would certainly be happy with it. And I think it would take something like Michael Penix has a Jay Ajayi type knee, which, I mean, we're going to get full medicals on Penix. And people say like, well, what about Penix's medical issues at Indiana? He's been clean the last 2 years of Washington, and they don't play two-man touch in the Pac-12. So that does have to be taken into account. But Bo Nix going to the Buccaneers, even though, hey, I thought they were all in on Baker. Two things can be true at once. McCarthy going to the Raiders does make sense. Ewers to the Rams to be the heir apparent to Matthew Stafford. Actually have kind of similar games. And then I think that's it for quarterbacks, right? The Vikings don't have a third-round pick still because of the Hawkinson trade. Oh, they go Tez Walker. Woo, woo. I think Walker's super underrated. His whole eligibility thing this year at UNC was so stupid. Absolutely was. But, defensive lineman. It's a D-line, Jerzon Newton. Surprised they don't go quarterback in this spot, but Newton is there. I don't know if Sweat gets taken day 1, day 2. Here, actually, I should just look. Texas. All right, so Mitchell Worthy is there. All right, Tavondre Sweat at 50 to Houston. That would be great for D'Amico Ryans. Not going to lie, man. That would be fantastic. Byron Murphy the second. Byron Murphy the second better than Byron Murphy Jr. Also, he's a better tailback, man. But, hey, if the Vikings could find a way to, say, get Penix or Daniels in the first round and then double back, take Sweat at the top of the second, and then trade back in for Byron Murphy, let's go. I'm okay with that draft. Certainly would be. But that's it. Let's take a look at the current NFL draft order. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.